And so now as I conclude, I want to share with you the final part of that ayah, in which Dawood alayhi salam, Allah spoke to him and told him to work on the iron and to make sure he perfects his craft. First of all, in that ayah, Allah Azza wa Jal highlighted specifics that you didn't have to. You could have just said to Dawood, Allah could have just told us about Dawood alayhi salam to work on the metal, to craft. But he even goes, qaddir fi sird. Make sure every single link in the chain that you make is perfectly calculated. When you do a job, do it perfectly. That's what he told him. In telling him that, and by the way, it's not just about Dawood alayhi salam. The ayah ends, وَاعْمَلُوا صَالِحًا إِنِّي بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ بَصِيرٌ. All of you be good, do good. I'm watching what all of you do. Halfway through the story of Dawood alayhi salam, Allah transitions. He doesn't, what's called an iltifat. He transitions and he talks to you and me and says, by the way, I'm not just telling you the story of Dawood. You better be great at your jobs too. And you better do right by your jobs too. It doesn't matter if you're a high power executive. It doesn't matter if you're a janitor. It doesn't matter if you're a clerk somewhere. It doesn't matter what your job is. You better be the best at it. And you better be earning every penny that you're given. You better not be the one sleeping on your job. Your work should be defined by ihsan. You know, there are people who have jobs who hate their job. They hate their job. The only reason they're in their job is because of the paycheck. That's it. You know? And there's like, you know, there are people I've seen like that in the, not to pick on the people in the post office, but a lot of times, there are people just sitting there at the Department of Motor Vehicles. You know, the guy just doesn't want to help you. They're not interested. They're looking at when it's lunch, you know? And when they see more people are walking in, they're like, number 56. You know, they're so depressed to see you. Whatever job you have, you must now feel that you have to bring ihsan to it. You have to bring excellence to it. Your very best to it. Just because this is a favor from Allah to you. If this job wasn't there, if that work wasn't there, you would be asking people. You would be asking to borrow money from them, to take a favor from them, to pay the electricity bill, to pay for the groceries at home, to pay your children's food. We don't want to ever be in that position where we have to ask somebody else. The dignity of a person is that they don't feel in need of other people. The fact that I'm independent, that I can drive my own car, that I can live in my own, housing, that I can pay for my own clothes and my own food, that's part of my dignity. Having to ask someone is humiliating and embarrassing. So whatever job you have, you and I can have complaints about our job, that's fine. That's fine. But if we forget that every single job you and I have is actually a fadl of Allah, is actually a favor of Allah, by means of which He allowed us to provide rizq for ourselves, to give rizq to our families. And that because it's a favor of Allah, we have to take care of that favor. We have to do right by our jobs. We can't be sleeping on the job. We can't be just getting by because our manager's not watching us 24/7. You can't just walk into late into your office or into your job anytime you feel like it because there's nobody checking on you. Allah is still checking on you. You still owe Him that. That's part of the ihsan that we bring.
Download our mobile applications or register on our official website to get access to exclusive content. Links given in description of video.